This is the introductions of environmental conversations with the issues water pollution. What is environmental conversations? Environmental conversations is an umbrella term that defines anything we do to protect our planet and conserve its natural resources. Conservation works in two ways. It means to protect nature by protecting vital resources, and it is also a way of living that works against the irresponsible practice of businesses' large corporations. We only have one planet, and we should do our part to secure that it's protected by combining our modern ways of living with a deeper respect and understanding of what nature provides. Environmental conservation comes in many forms and reminds us to be mindful of daily choice. If we all took a little step, we will make our way toward major progress. What is water pollution? Water pollution is any chemical, physical, or biological change in the quality of water that has a harmful effect on any living things that drinks or uses or lives in it. Water pollution is one of the main environmental issues that we are facing, as more than 70% of the Earth's surface is water covered. There are two types of water pollution. Firstly, organic pollution due to microorganisms. Second, chemical pollution. There are mainly two primary methods employed to classify the river water quality monitored. Firstly, Water Quality Index. Second, Interim National Water Quality Standards. The Interim National Water Quality Standards define 6 classes, which are referred for the classification of river based on the descending order of water quality. Class 1 being the best and Class 6 being the worst. Parameter was chosen for Water Quality Index. First, dissolved oxygen. Second, biochemical oxygen demand. Third, chemical oxygen demand. Fourth, suspended solid. Fifth, ammoniacal nitrogen. Sixth, pH.
This is an analysis BOD in dry season 2012. Biochemical oxygen demand is an important water quality parameter because it provides an index to assess the effect discharged wastewater will have on the receiving environment. The higher the BOD, the greater the water will be. There are 8 stations that have been analyzed by us. The stations with higher BOD, which mean good quality, are Station 2 and Station 6. The stations with slightly polluted are Station 1, 5, 7 and 8 because it were low in the BOD. You can see that the station 1 with 0.51 and Station 5 it was 0.61 and 7 0.31 and the lower Station 8 are 0.29 for slightly polluted water. For the polluted station that contain polluted water are Station 3 and 4. Station 3 with 0.14 and Station 4 with 0.17. For this is an analysis pH in dry season 2012. Analysis pH. This part, are we going to analyze about pH in 2012 for egg station. pH are logarithmic scale used to specify the acidity or basicity of an aqueous solution. It is an approximately the negative of the base logarithms of molar concentration measured in unit of mole. Good water are with pH more than 7, and if it is less than 7, it is contain acidity. And here, as we can see that in station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 8 are lower than 7, so it means that the station are low in pH. It is mean that station are contained with acidity. The station with good pH are station 6 and 7 because it is on point at 7 and is more than 7, which is 7.3. This analysis for a dry season in 2012.
I will explain BOD level for a station in rainy season in 2012. The BOD of river was ranged between 0.3 mg per liter and 4.56 mg per liter in rainy season. In rainy season, the highest BOD was recorded in the downstream at station 8, which is 4.56 mg per liter, whereas the lowest was recorded at station which is 0.3 mg per liter in the upstream. Other BOD level is 1.3 mg per liter, 2.1 mg per liter, 3.1 mg per liter, 4.0 mg per liter for station 2 to station 6 respectively. BOD is the amount of oxygen required for the decomposition of organic compounds by microorganisms in each amount of water. It is usually measured in milligram of oxygen consumed per liter of water. BOD is important because it affects the amount of dissolved oxygen available to all species in an aquatic ecosystem. At station 8 has the highest level of BOD. It means that station 8 indicates lower level of dissolved oxygen. The lower concentration of oxygen causes many fish to suffocate, and as they die, the number of oxygen demanding decomposer increase even more. The higher BOD might be due to the decomposition of organic matter and decay of vegetation in river, which mix with seawater during rainy season. The pH level for a station in rainy season in 2012. pH value show different value between station 1 to station 8, which the highest pH was obtained at downstream with the value of 6.55, which is station 8, whereas the lowest value was obtained in station 2 with the value of 5.23. pH is determined value based on a defined scale, like temperature. This means that pH of water is not a physical parameter that can be measured as a concentration or in quantity. Is it a figure between 0 and 40 defines how acidic or basic a body of water is along a logarithmic scale. The lower the number, the more acidic the water is. The higher the pH value, the more basic it is, and pH of 7 is considered as natural. If the pH value of water is too high or too low, the aquatic organism living within it will die. pH can also affect the solubility and toxicity of chemicals and heavy metal in water. Most aquatic creatures prefer a pH range of 6.5 to 9 through some can live in water with pH level outside of this range. The agriculture runoff create a weak acid with dissolved in river water at station 2.
Okay, next I will explain result of the research about comparison between the BOD and pH level for aid station in dry and rainy season at 2012. The first one is comparison BOD level for aid station in dry and rainy season at 2012. This graph shows that the biochemical oxygen demand or BOD of the river was taking between 0.63 mg or liter and 4.56 mg or liter in the rainy season, and from 0.32 mg or liter to 4.28 mg or liter during dry season. In the rainy season, the highest BOD was recorded in the station H with 4.56 mg or liter, which is the lowest was recorded at station 1 with 0.63 mg or liter. Moreover, the maximum value in dry season was recorded at station 2 with 0.81 mg or liter, while the minimum was at station 3 with 0.14 mg or liter. The BOD value of surface water were within the recommended permissible limit by National Water Quality Standard and were categorized on Class 2. According to NWQS, the concentration of BOD vary from 2.4 mg or liter to 19 or 19.8 mg or liter, which are considered high BOD level. BOD concentration is directly associated with dissolved oxygen concentration. Okay, next is comparison pH level for aid station in dry and rainy season at 2012. This graph shows. Next is comparison pH level for aid station in dry and rainy season at 2012. This graph shows that the pH value show different value between dry season and rainy season. In the rainy season, the highest pH was recorded in the station 7 with 6.55, which is the lowest pH was recorded at station 8 with 4.56. Moreover, the maximum value in dry season was recorded at station 7 with 7.30, while the minimum was recorded at station 2 with 2.00. The pH concentration increased as a result of the photosynthetic algae activity that consume carbon dioxide dissolved. The range of pH from 6.5 to 9.0 is mainly appropriate for aquatic life. It is very important to maintain aquatic ecosystem within this range because of high and low pH can be destructive in nature.
Wastewater treatment. Wastewater treatment is the process of converting wastewater, water that is no longer needed or is no longer suitable for use, into bilge water that can be discharged back into the environment. It's formed by a number of activities including bathing, washing, using the toilet, and rainwater runoff. Wastewater is full of contaminants including bacteria, chemicals, and other toxins. Its treatment aims at reducing the contaminants to acceptable levels to make the water safe for discharge back into the environment. There are two wastewater treatment plants, namely a chemical or physical treatment plant and biological wastewater treatment plant. Biological waste treatment plants use biological matter and bacteria to break down waste matter. Physical waste treatment use chemical reactions as well as physical processes to treat wastewater. Biological treatment systems are ideal for treating wastewater from households and business premises. Physical wastewater treatment plants are mostly used to treat wastewater from industry, factories, and manufacturing firms. This is because most of the wastewater from these industries contains chemical and other toxins that can largely harm the environment. The second solution is green agriculture. Globally, agriculture accounts for 70% of water resources,
So it is essential to have climatically friendly crops, efficient irrigation that reduce the need of water and energy efficient food production. Green agriculture is also crucial to limit the chemicals that enter the water. According to the United Nations, green agriculture incorporates ideas and guidelines from different conceptual areas. These are fair trade, ecological agriculture, organic or biodynamic agriculture, as well as conservation agriculture. More specifically, this means green agriculture uses adaptable local farming techniques and practices that will increase farming yields. This will also reduce waste and inefficiency problems in our food chain, offer improved and suitable services for the ecosystem, and also provide a higher return on labor. The third is air pollution prevention. One of the way to reduce air pollution is automobile. When you are out for a drive, do not idle your vehicle. Drive less by combining trips, telecommuting, carpooling, car sharing, riding a bike, walking, or using public transit. Bring your lunch to work so you do not have to drive out during the lunch break. Or agree with your coworkers on going to get lunch together. Do not speed up or drive aggressively because that only produces more emissions. And if possible, avoid driving out during rush hours. And lastly is water conservation. Without water conservation, we won't go very far. It is central in making sure the world has better access to clean water. It means being aware that water is a scarce resource, taking care of it accordingly and managing it responsibly. By paying attention to how and when you use water, you can cut down on unnecessary water waste. Water conservation is cost effective and it also helps to reduce our demand for water. Taking simple steps to restrict unnecessary water use and improve efficiency can keep supply levels stable in your local area and around the world. That's all from me. Thank you.
Conclusion, the water quality of the Semenyih River varies based on the seasons and location of the sampling stations. Water Quality Index, WQI, and National Water Quality Standards, NWQS, are used to evaluate the status of the river water quality. There is no specific national standard or index for lake water quality analysis for the meantime. Since lakes are located within a river basin, the water quality standards and classification for the rivers are used. Water pollution is a major environmental conservation issue, especially as human being ramps up the production of potentially harmful substances. Besides, with population of this world growing at an explosive rate, the water resources are getting polluted at a higher rate. While there is no single short step to stop water pollution, there are a number of things that we can do in our daily lifestyle to reduce water pollution beside from the policy that introduced by the government. The best way is to clean the polluted water is not to clean the polluted water but to stop polluting water. It is important to reduce water pollution and make it safe for animals, unique organisms, and ecosystems that are being harmed and going extinct at an alarming rate.